For exports. Currently, I am propagating 4 herbs: rosemary, tarragon, thyme, and oregano. Yes, I am at home. Okay, I reside. My family is in Kikuyu.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Barabbas, for stepping up and being the first one to do that for us. So you want to export to Dubai, or what is your desire that you want us to assist you with?
I want to have Dubai as one of the markets to export to. So, yeah, hence the reason being here. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much. You're in the right room. Just stick with us and you'll see what we have to offer. Anybody else? I have 2 more spaces. 2 more minutes. Anybody interested in export business? Anybody wants to go visit Dubai?
We have Coquetso.
Coquetso, go ahead.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Ito. And I have a business called Angela K, where we do products, more organic skincare and hair care products. We use your moringa, your turmeric, your avocado. And yeah, I would like to export in Dubai. We are South African compliant. We are SABS compliant by the South African Bureau of Standards. And also I do have an exporting an exporting registration certificate. So yeah, I would like to export in Dubai. Thank you. I'm from South Africa.
Oh, welcome to Nairobi, Kenya. We love foreigners because we are homely. Welcome so much and thank you for joining us. The opportunity is here, the people are here. So just pay attention and you'll be amazed by what you'll get. I want to be discriminative. I've seen someone who has my Ugali name. In Kikamba, Ugali name is a name your mother called you. Somebody called Ndunge. Can I victimize you because you have my Ugali name? Beatrice Ndunge, do you want to introduce yourself? Beatrice, I'm about to take away that name from you. Dennis, do you want to introduce yourself? You had unmuted yourself. As we go along, please put your name on the chat. Give us your name, what your interest is in this webinar in terms of what do you want to export. Do you just want to visit Dubai? What are you looking for from us during this webinar? We're interested in giving you what you want and we'll not unless you know what you want. So please put it in the chat if you're not going to say it. Any other person? One more person? 1 minute? Okay, please put in the chat in that regard. And Eunice, please take it away. Thank you so much. Na karibuni sana.
All right, thank you so much. And for those who didn't manage to speak, please type in the chat who you are, where are you joining us from, and why. Why did you join? That's very important because we want to know, your expectations. So please type in the chat so that we get to know who you are and what you're looking out for. My name is Eunice Mainamburu. I'm the chief trainer at 20X Entrepreneur. 20X Entrepreneur is a sales consultancy organization. Please mute for me those who are not muted. Okay. Yeah, it's a sales consultancy company where we help businesses grow 20 times. So when we say 20X, it means 20 times. So every day, every morning when we wake up, we ask, how can we help our businesses grow 20 times? So our brand promise is growth. Now, that is our dream for you, that you may grow 20 times. But of course, you have your own dream. Some of you have a dream to grow only 50%, which is okay, it's your dream. Others want to grow 3 times. Others want to grow 4 times. Our dream is 20 times, but we can't impose our dreams on you. What we have seen is that people actually do. more than 20 times. We say between, 3 to 5 years, you should be able to grow 20 times. So how do we do this? There's a lot of things that we do. Number one, we want to understand your business. We want, there's something we call the sales audit or sales appraiser to just look at your business. Is it fit for growth? Because, you could desire to grow even 2 times, but your business model is not scalable. So we understand, how is your business? How scalable is that model? Can it go beyond, a certain point? And then after that, we look at what structures do you have that can support sales? So it's not just about training, it's about, do you have the right structures? Do you have the right people who can support sales? So it's basically like, looking at the architecture of your organization, whether it supports the growth that you're talking about. And then after that, of course, we give recommendations and we train you and your sales teams. And we don't stop at training, because we know that there's always a gap between what you know and what you do. Anything you want to know in this life, it's available for free, by the way. It's so available. Just go online, just ask AI, and you will get all the information you need to know. But the question is, why don't we do what we know? Why don't we do what we know? Because there's always that gap between what you know and what you do. So 20X comes in to close that gap, to fill in that gap of execution. We actually help you execute. We make you do some uncomfortable things that you may not like, but they're the ones that will propel your growth. So apart from training and coaching, we also look at how else can we help you grow. The other way is you may need salespeople, sales teams. So we help you recruit the right salespeople so that you have the right people on the deck so that you can propel your growth. And then the other way is networking opportunities. The reason why you're here today is because you're looking for networking opportunities, market connection opportunities. We offer that because to grow, growth doesn't happen it's not one-sided. So 20X Entrepreneur is about you growing 20 times. So one of the opportunities that we create, we have an event called Sales Fest Africa. Sales Fest is an annual event where we meet with other business owners, we network, exchange businesses, and celebrate sales. Now, this year, we are doing the Sales Fest in Dubai. This will be the second event. We already did the event on 12th of January. That one happens every January, but there was a demand. This was purely based on demand by people that they want to network, out of Kenya. And so this year we are taking you to Dubai. And why are we going to Dubai? Because we want you to explore business opportunities. Imagine the way the dollar rate is high, then the only way is to earn in dollars, my friend. If you're not earning in dollars, then we'll keep complaining. So my belief is, especially when the economy is tough, it is the time that you actually should make more money if you can allow your mind and allow yourself to see opportunities and to invest in those opportunities so that you can open up more opportunities for yourself. So if the dollar rate is high in Kenya, let's earn in dollars, okay? If dollars are not working, let's earn in euros. Why not? All right. So the reason why you're here is so that you can explore opportunities to earn in dollars. All right. And we have our guest speakers. Today we have two of them. I know we've had this before. Previously, we had a meeting with Keproba, that is the Kenya Export and Branding Institution, where we learned on how to prepare to be able to take advantage of the Dubai market, okay? And right now I want to invite Madam Sofi. Sophie is a friend of mine that I met recently. You know, salespeople make friendships. We make friends. We build relationships. So Sophie has worked for European government and specifically helps them get market in Dubai. And so I asked Sophie, if you do that for other people, why can't you do for us Kenyans and Africans for that matter? So Sophie is here, and I want us to use the emoji there, because I've talked too much. You see that emoji down there, reactions. I want you to welcome her with the hearty clap. The African clap. Sophie, over to you.
Thank you very much, and thanks everyone for coming to this Teams meeting. It's very, very to be here, because it's been more than 20 years that I'm not living in Kenya, but I always come to Kenya. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I'm too far from the laptop. I'll come closer.
Yeah, you can get closer, yes.
Yeah. So yes, as I was saying, I've been living in the UAE for the last 20 years. I must say that it's my second home. I've worked with different companies, the corporate, as a financial controller. And then when COVID started, I decided to take a break. I wanted to start my own business. But then the situation was not very conducive. Then I went back to work, and I have gone back to work with the government, European government. And I basically help companies to come and do business in the UAE. So I must say that I'm very happy that I can share the experience and knowledge that I have. And if you have any questions, of course, there's always an opportunity at the end of this to ask them. So maybe I can start with the presentation. Is that okay? Eunice?
Yes, let me allow you to share. Just give me a minute. Yeah.
Okay.
Derek, I think you're the one who can do that. Please allow Sophie to share the screen. Yes, you can go ahead now.
Yeah, so yeah, I've seen it. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so I would like to introduce and that's our presentation. Let me blow it out. The right planning, financial consultancy.
Sophie, you're breaking.
Sorry.
Yeah. Maybe
can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Just stay there, close to the microphone.
Do mainly is we try to help companies that would like to bring their products into UAE, but that doesn't mean we cannot do it with other countries. So that's why we say growing and connecting businesses across borders. So I'll go to the next slide. Who are we? This is going to be the outline of my presentation. What do we do, and why do you think you should choose us, and why should you, and what should you do to engage us? I want to be very quick because we need time for questions. So who are we? And facilitates cross-border trade and business growth, as I earlier explained. We want to make the market for everyone, especially Africa. So we work very hard to expand your business and procurement. So when we say procurement, it does not necessarily mean that you have to be based in the UAE to form a company. provide customers with top tier quality custom services. Our experience in the region very well. Retail chains and wholesale, and therefore we strive to do that to everyone who comes to us. Integrity, we ensure that all our operations are carried out with great integrity and ethical behavior. Why we say that Dubai is very, very sensitive to legal and compliance. So we try whatever activities that you are going to bring or products you're going to bring are compliant with the laws. Hello? Hello, I hear interruptions. So basically, as I said, all operations with greater integrity and ethical behavior with the compliance of the local laws. So we really do our tests and checks before we allow anyone to. I mean, we ask someone that yes, your products can come to the UAE. So what we do, we've dealt with different sectors, and in short, it's just a brief here, but does not necessarily mean this is limited list or sectors. So we've worked with food and beverage. We've helped some companies bring in meat to a big shell retail in UAE. We are also assisting in, we are looking actually for beverage. I think there is a very good market for beverage from UAE, especially like energy drinks and flavored drinks. Oil and gas, we do have some talks going on with countries from the south of African continent. I don't want to be specific, where we are also trying to source for them oil. So that means we also work in the energy sector. Construction, here it's very wide sector, because as you may all know, UAE is booming in terms of construction. And therefore, we are encouraging people who can supply wood, any construction material. If it's, for example, rocks or building blocks, whatever, forklifts, whatever you think can get into the construction industry is something that we would try to assist you to bring them to the UAE. Healthcare is a very competitive market, and one of the most important, I think, and easier, I would say, is technology in healthcare. If you think that can help, maybe, for example, hospitals, for example, they send alarm bell when there is an emergency, a fire outbreak, which is very common in UAE. It can alert the authorities, where is the source, where did the smoke come? I'm just giving an example. It's just an idea. So these kind of things for healthcare, for the old people, like if they're in the hospital, what is the unique selling proposition you have? You can create a software that can assist them in healthcare. We can also have importing medicine, as long as they're compliant. Of course, there is a process to get that done. So medicine, whatever you think, and especially herbals also would be very good. That the market is really good in the UAE in terms of herbal medicines. Financial can be taxes, opening a bank account. It can be consultancy in terms of accounting and bookkeeping. So all those kind of things, these are just a few sectors, as I said, but they are not limited. We try to work with people and assist them in getting either importers or establishing a company in the UAE. You can also have a subsidiary, by the way. You don't have necessarily to be a new company, but you can be a subsidiary of a company in Kenya. Okay, so the next one, why do you need to choose us? As I mentioned, we are very passionate about what we do. It gives us that sense of fulfillment that we have helped someone. So our commitment to expanding your business beyond borders, when we see that, it's also an achievement for us. We offer custom solutions for each business. So whatever kind of business you have, we can always customize. It doesn't mean we have a static that we work on. We have to work customizing based on your business needs. Our understanding of the region, we are familiar with the language, currency, and cultural divide. This is very important. This country is really, I would say, we are not Arabs, but we understand the culture. We live in the country for so long. We know what it means when you go to the authority, how you need to speak to them, how you need to behave, and that is very, very important. They treat you in terms of doing transactions. We can help with the paperwork, regulations, and taxes. That's what we do. If you're in a company, we do the paperwork for you. We have cross-in, as I already explained earlier, that our team's exposure to various market dynamics. UAE is not a very static market. Every day we have new regulations. You need to be up and on top of it. So we are always labor laws or legal laws, information laws, and with the next, I think, next couple of months, we're going to have the corporate tax. As you may all know, maybe before UAE was not having any tax, it was a tax haven. Not anymore. Now there is VAT 5%, and there is a corporate tax that is coming in. So having said that, these are things that keep on evolving and changing every day, and therefore we are trying to keep on top of the market trends, the regulations. Fraud risk reduction, we can verify the identity of legitimate suppliers and clients. As I have mentioned earlier, we already have our network and contacts. We have our own database where we can get these contacts for you. And we know these people. It's not like we are just going to say, okay, here you are, go and deal with them. No, we know them. We've dealt with them. And if not, we know that they come from a reputable, maybe retail, if you want, or a company. So that's why we think we are, we know, we have to know where we are taking you to before we introduce you to them. Let's see the next one. So what should you do to engage us? Well, just let us know you're discussed as and when you bring your comments, because everybody has a different kind of requirement that they would need. You choose what service offering you want, because what happens is someone would say, okay, I want you to be an importer of avocados. An importer of avocados, and then you say, okay, we're done now on our own. No. If you want that, then if anything happens, we don't get involved. You'll have to manage it yourself. However, there is a way where you can say, okay, I want to start with you. We get you the supplier and the importer. You sell your products, they go on the shelf. Any regulations that, because what has happened, you have people shipping, let's say for example, they cannot be cleared because there are some kind of compliance that they are missing. And you can find a whole container that is going to be destroyed because you are not compliant. Similarly, I worked in the tire industry for Michelin. We had a lot of scrap tires, and they are new tires just because it's not compliant because of one thing, which is a requirement in the UAE. So this is very important that, you know, once you get into doing business, you may think you're saving money by doing it on your own, but you may end up losing a lot because there is tolerance when it comes to compliance. And finally, last but not least, receive a quote and enter into an agreement with our service. And I must apologize, Jacinta will my partner and co-founder. Eunice, are you going to let Jacinta speak for TRP as well? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Sophie. Thank you so much. I would like, Sophie works with Jacinta, and okay. Jacinta, it's your moment. Jacinta is also, Jacinta is a long-term friend. When I moved to Nairobi, Jacinta was my neighbor before she relocated to Dubai. And so they are currently working with Sofi. Jacinta, are you there?
Yes, Eunice.
Awesome. Over to you. Introduce yourself and just share what opportunities do we have in Dubai?
Thank you, Eunice. My name is Jacinta Juma. I'm a partner in TRP called Financial Consultancies. Sorry, I'm not able to join. You're not able to see me because I have a small emergency, so I'm joining from the hospital briefly. But just like Sophia has said, we are very passionate about making people who look like us that way, bring stuff to Dubai. It's very sad, having lived here, this is my 6th year, to see or to go to the supermarket and interact with all these business people, and we see products from Africa being sold by, I'm sorry, it's not being sold by Asians. You see a Western with timber from Kenya, coffee from Kenya, and it's really sad. So that's where this journey started from. And so we are very passionate to help each one of you grow with us. The other thing that I'll say, maybe when Sophia said we offer bespoke or custom services, it means maybe you've never exported anything from Kenya. We can work with you through that journey. We are also looking at ways of maybe talking to the other people we're already working with, if they can mentor. Like if there's somebody who is already bringing stuff from Kenya, we are trying to see if we can make them mentor or come up with a situation where, because sometimes we get people who, after getting the orders, they are not able to fulfill the requirements in terms of the volume. So we are also looking at all these options where you want to come into the market, but maybe you don't have the required volume, or you need to partner with somebody. We are looking at a way of giving people who are starting up an opportunity. And for those who are already exporting to other countries, we welcome them to Dubai. Dubai is multiracial, multi-international. And I saw at the beginning, some people were saying Arabs. That's the first thing that shocked me here. So one of the things I'll tell the people who are like in agricultural, for those products that are organic. I know in Kenya, our mbuzi is organic. We have the organic stuff. That is stuff that sells highly here because we have a lot of Westerners who are very health conscious. And so we will want to encourage, especially if you're having problem with the product description, because some of the Kenyans are not describing their products well. People here want to hear the stories. They want to hear the stories, how farmers are benefiting from that product. They want to hear how sustainable your product is. They want to hear that you're not using child labor, that it's organic, and that kind of thing. So we help with all that. So I'm looking forward to working with all of you to grow together. Thank you, Eunice. I won't talk much because where I am, I'm actually squatting in somebody's office. Bye. Thanks.
Okay, don't disappear, Jacinta and Sophie, because I know people have a lot of questions and they will be asking. And at this point, please type your question on the chat. I will definitely give you an opportunity to ask. We still have 20 minutes, by the way. So we are here. We have quite some time. Our speakers are, precise and crisp, okay? So the reason why we brought in Sophie and Jacinta is because, what I said, that for you to grow, it's not a one thing. So we look at your business wholesomely. How do we help you grow 20 times in 3 to 5 years? And what a better way to actually meet your potential customers and meet Sophie and Jacinta and other Kenyans in Dubai and the people that will be buying your product. So we have organized, and most of you know this, that we are going to have a networking event and matchmaking session in Dubai. Initially, we planned it for August 27, and after we had discussions with Sophie and Jacinta, we have agreed to move it to October. And the reason, which they didn't tell you, they told me that in August, people will be just coming from the holiday. And that means it will be difficult to meet your, the buyers who want to buy from you, or the those who want to invest. So because of that, and then they also said it's very hot. I don't think Kenyans mind heat, but one of the major reason is we want to make sure that you get value for money. The event will be in Dubai in October. We're going to communicate the exact date, but we're looking at October 27th. October 26th, thereabout. But it will be confirmed to you. I believe you have your email address and we have your phone number. We're going to be communicating to you on WhatsApp or on email or both, so that we keep you updated. Now, for this to happen, there are bookings that need to be done. Sophie and Jacinta need to get in touch with your potential buyers, prepare them so that when you come, you're able to meet them. So you need to pay a deposit. The costs, as we had shared earlier, is $1,795, and you're allowed to pay this in a period of 4 months. So please make your deposit so that we are able to organize, so that we are able to make sure that you get value for money. If you do not pay the deposit, then it will just be another holiday where you're going for holiday. We can't organize, we can't have people on the other side ready for you and you're not ready. Please start paying pole pole. We understand that language. Lipa pole pole. That is what we understand. So we have it for all 5 months. We have 5 months. So please start doing that. Just to give you the figure per month that you need to do is it's about $359 per month. And I believe if you really want to grow, then this should be, you should find them. Yeah. Oh, why did it stop? So we are looking for people who want to export, people who are in the financial services companies like real estate, insurance, banking. Why are we looking for this? Because we will also organize to have Kenyans in Dubai who may want to invest. Kenyans in Dubai who may want to invest back home. So if you want that opportunity, not if, I believe you're here because you want that opportunity. So please pay, communicate that by paying your deposit. There's also a form that will be shared with Derek. Please fill in that form. It helps us in getting your profile so that we'll share this with the team in Dubai, and we start preparing early in advance. Now, if you're looking for opportunities, you don't know what you want, but you want to explore opportunities. This is for you, because we're going to make sure that you meet different kind of people and listen to different kind of people so that you can spot the opportunity. So for now, I'll stop there so that Emma can ask her question, Emma Nganga. And I think there are other questions in the chat. So Emma, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much for this insightful session. My area is logistics and supply chain management. And I was just wondering what opportunities are there for people such as us, because I've had you talk more about products and services in other areas other than, freight logistics. Thank you.
Maybe, can we, Sophie, do you want to take that one? You're muted, Sophie. Please unmute. You're still muted, Sophie.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm not using my laptop, so I'm having an issue. My apologies. Yes, services. Well, the logistic industry is available and is very saturated, but that does not mean you don't have a chance or an opportunity. So depending on your services, because what I know, we have, if you mean logistics for Africa, we have, if you all know, we have something called like Salihia, but Salihia is like, you have like 6, 7 of them. You have the big logistic, what do you call, have Costco. It's the right place to be, but then you have to be very specific. What exactly do you want? Are you trying to open a branch here? Because what happens is normally we would prefer to do our market research and tell you the market potential rather than just telling you, yes, you can come. That's not how it works. So you need to highlight what is it exactly that you're looking for? Which kind of logistics are you looking for? Like, see, is it for food, or you have to be specific because we have to do our market research on that. But that does not mean you cannot come, yeah? That's what I'm trying to say. There is an opportunity for everyone. We just need to do our market research, market potential, and then we tell you, yes, there is a potential, and this is what is required. And of course, the licenses, we have to check the regulations of the country and the compliance. I hope I've answered your question.
Emma, is your question answered?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. Okay. There's another question here from Maureen. Are there opportunities to work there in case one wants to relocate?
I don't know if Jacinta would take, or I can answer. It's fine. I can do that.
Jacinta,
again, I'm saying this is a free market. Anyway, Jacinta, are you there? Okay. So I can give you my experience. I was here 20 years ago, and it's sad to say that I see a lot of us from Kenya, we are having degrees, but we don't have the right jobs. So it all depends. If you come here, you must be prepared to be, you must be prepared first. You have a place to stay because it's expensive, or you have a family you're staying with. You have a good CV, you do your research before you come, because that's what I did. I checked through my CV everywhere on the internet. But then again, they do not employ someone who is out of the country. They only employ people in the country. Networking is important. Knowing people is important. Your job profile, where you come from, if you've worked for big companies, is also very important. There are a lot of things in the world, but you need to fit into the market to be at the right place at the right time.
So, Sophie, I think we lost you. Yeah, your network is a bit shaky.
Hello?
Yeah, we lost you a bit.
Sorry.
I think your network.
What I'm saying is, hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
What I said is, yeah, what I was saying is you need to be at the right time, because there are some seasons here where people are not in the country, the recruiters are all.
Did we lose her? I think we lost Sophie. Yeah, okay. And Jacinta kind of dropped off. Are you back?
Hello, I think, yes, I am.
Yeah, maybe you can switch off the video. It might increase the bandwidth. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 1 second. I'll just do that. So I was saying that you need to be here at the right time and have the right profile, because the type of job you're looking for should be something that is in demand. And of course, it would always be good to have already something ready for yourself before you just take a flight and come to UAE.
Okay. I hope that has been answered. Well, Johnson is asking, my question would be, is there opportunity for real estate, and what are the potential? What are the potential interested in? Yes. Sophie, that's a question.
But when you say real estate, do you mean like opening a company in real estate? Or you mean you want to sell property from Kenya to people in the UAE? Because that is a bit not clear to me. Real estate is booming here. Real estate is huge. But then if you're opening real estate here, actually, if I may be honest, it's one of the easiest to do business, because you just need a license, and you only need, there is a sort of, some kind of, like not a certificate, how do I call it? Like a license that you need to have, and then you can do it. But again, it's not as easy as it looks, but real estate is not a very difficult company to set up in the UAE. It's very easy.
All right, Johnson, there you go. You got your answer. I can see, Philip, you're saying yes. Yes, you can share in the Sales Champions group, and then we'll be able to let you know whether those are possibilities or not. Damaris, I wanted to know if there's a market for herbs, fruits, or honey. Is there a market for herbs, fruits, and honey, Sophie?
Yes, absolutely. Today, the biggest suppliers of herbs, I would say, is India or Asia. So we call them dry ingredients. If you mean something like, when you say herbs, you mean like, I'll say in Swahili, dawa ya mchuzi, or like roiko, no, not roiko, what can I say? Dania, those kind of things. So yes, there's potential, because the population of Indian is very high in the UAE, and these things are like fast moving. So all I can say is, because there is an abundance of this product, they are very price competitive. So it depends on whether your prices are competitive, and that means you still have an opportunity to sell them.
Awesome, awesome. I can see the others are saying you want us to share the presentation. Yes, this presentation will be shared. It's actually going to be on, it's been recorded, so it will be shared with you. And when it is shared, please also follow us on YouTube and like, if you like it, and then we'll keep the conversation going. Please complete that form so that it helps us, get to know who is your best match, so that when we go for the trip, we don't want to just go and you do networking. We want to match make. There's a difference between networking and matchmaking. Networking is whereby you go with your business card, you introduce yourself to someone, and they introduce themselves to you, and you build a relationship from there. Now, matchmaking means that it is organized prior. You actually can start conversations with the people that you want to meet in advance, so that when you're going there, it is, it's like, we now just need to meet who is who, and, to put the face to the voices and to the communication. So there's a difference between networking and matchmaking. As for some, especially those who are exploring opportunities, there may not be matchmaking because you haven't figured exactly what you want, but it's a good opportunity to just go out there and find how you can earn in dollars. That's the point. I personally just want, yes?
Can I say something as a caution?
Yes, Sophie.
I have to say that this is, I've done B2B, that is business to business meetings. They take a lot of time because you must remember that UAE, or well, I don't like to refer to Dubai, but UAE generally is a market where everybody wants to come. It's very competitive. Now, when you are, like, I remember an experience where we wanted to introduce furniture. It took us like more than 3 months just to find the contacts of the people and then agree to the timing of them being available. So this is a very lengthy and tacky process to pin someone down to sit with you, because we are the ones looking for the business. They already have people chasing them. So what I'm trying to say is the earlier you tell us, the better, because we cannot do it in 1 month. I have to be very honest. Otherwise, we end up not having a match for you. So at least before you come, we already have identified the people who are interested in your products. We have any questions before you come, we can ask you, you give us a feedback, we give it to them. That way you come prepared, you have enough time, you know all the requirements, and you know you have someone to meet who is going to be a potential business importer. So I have to emphasize on time factor. We don't have resources to do this alone. We need time. So that is why we are insisting on giving us enough time to find you a person that can match with you.
Thank you, Sophie, for emphasizing that. So this Kenyan spirit of last minute will not work for you, unfortunately. No. So can we just, if you want to earn in dollars, you can't remain with the Kenyan mentality of last minute. You have to prepare early and in advance. Maureen Mashira, you have a question? Or a comment?
Yes, are there Kenyans there who are looking to invest in real estate, in land and the like?
Very good.
Absolutely, question. I'm sure. I'm an investor myself. I'm not going to lie, and I think Jacinta too. But I don't know if I can tell you. Yes, we can tell you they are Kenyans, but are they willing to invest? I'm sure everybody, after staying here, you would like to build yourself a house back home. So yeah, it's a yes, and I cannot tell you who they are, but yes, you can find them. There are a lot here.
Yeah, and one of the things that we plan to organize, and this you must book in advance, is a session with Kenyans. So if you're in real estate, start talking to us so that we organize, so that you actually meet people who want to invest. So we will organize that side of networking, and but we have to begin here, okay? So the Kenyan mentality of last minute, please throw it away. It won't work this time around, all right? There's also a question of, can you still work with Sophie even if you're not going for the trip? Yes, you can work with them, but it's important to meet your potential buyer. However, we will organize how that happens, all right? So that is possible. Remember, ours is to help. Sorry?
When you finish, there's a question from Hannah Mbugwa about cassava, terere, pumpkin.
You can just read it.
Hannah Mbugwa is asking, she's saying she's interested to export nutrition flour, UG cassava, banana, terere, pumpkin, and spices. Is there an opportunity? Thanks.
Again, as I said, everything, Dubai is a very diverse market. You have African population. I've been looking for African food. I have to go like 30 kilometers away to find African restaurant. And we have supermarkets that just stock African ingredients and products. So yes, the market is there, but that's not all. For example, I think once I had a very big argument, me being me and a Kenyan, we are always like we speak out. I went to the main supermarket and I said, why don't you have hair products for Africans? I said, this is not right. You have shelf for all the hair type except Africans. They really came back to me and said, Mom, I'm sorry. It's just that our supplier was not supplying us anymore. So if we find there is an opportunity of African products to be on the shelf of a major retail outlet, we can go and speak to them and say, listen, you don't have that product. You have customers. And so we try and convince them to put it on their shelves. Because today we just have them in specific restaurants designed for African customers. But that's not how it should work. We should be in the major retail outlets so that we don't have to go 30 kilometers to find products from our countries. So to answer your question, yes, I am determined to put them on the shelves. As long as we have the products available, we can try and get an importer for you.
Awesome. So basically what Sophie is saying, that we have a choice to focus on the complaints, you know, that the economy is bad, the government is not working, there is more tax. We can complain forever. That's option one. And you know, the more you complain, the more poor you get. Because can you buy anything from a complaining person? Anyone? That you find someone complaining and you actually want to buy from that person. So the more you complain, the poorer you get. Now, you can also choose, which is option 2, to open up your mind and ask, God, this crisis, it is true. The economy could be bad, but what do you want me to do at such a time as this? Okay, for those who read the Bible, you remember when the Israelites were in Babylon, and there were false prophets who kept telling them, hey, we're actually about to leave. God is about to deliver us from here. And then God sent a prophet. I'm trying to remember the name of that prophet. And he was told, go and tell them. If you remember, please type in the chat. Go and tell them that I will not deliver them from Babylon, not until after 70 years. Now, imagine 70 years. And by the way, I could be that prophet saying, the economy is not going to change. I'm sorry, but it may not change. I'm not saying it. I haven't been sent, so don't say at I said. I'm just saying that it is a possibility that nothing will change. Okay? But do you know what God told the prophet? Go and tell them to continue doing their business. Let them continue marrying their daughters and their sons. Let them continue building houses. And while at it, let them pray for Babylon to prosper. Because while Babylon prospers, they will also prosper. So we have a choice. We can complain forever, you know, until cows come home, and they will definitely come. And when they come, we'll have nothing to offer. Or know that, yes, this is the state. And you know, the economy is not only bad in Kenya. So it's true. It is not good. But does it mean we stop living? No. If we are to borrow from God, what God told the Israelites, then we are supposed to continue with our business, finding opportunities where they are found. And while we are doing this, we pray for Kenya and Africa to prosper, because when it prospers, we also prosper. So ladies and gentlemen, please just make a commitment. And I want to now ask, it's 8:05, we'll release you by 8:10. And this moment, I want to ask, and I want to see by either you type in the chat or you raise your hand. How many of you are ready to go to Dubai in October? Now, ready means, are you willing to find the money? Because you can't just go, you're not going to walk on foot to Dubai. And you can see the work we are doing. We are finding all the right people to get you the right market. But you know what? If you don't want to take the opportunity, what are we supposed to do? Ours is to give you the opportunity. Yes, we have a dream for you to grow 20 times through us training you on sales, coaching you on sales, and creating opportunities for you to find the market. Because sales is not just, you know, waking up and pushing a product to people. There's a lot of science that goes into it, and we have figured it out, and we know how it works, and we want you to take this opportunity. So how many of you, let me see in the chat, how many are willing, not interested? I'm not asking for people who are interested. I am asking for people who are committing to go to Dubai in October, okay? Commitment is different from interest. Commitment says, I am willing to do what it takes to get there. Interest means Yeah, of course, if the circumstances are favorable, I will do it. That is interest. So that means if situation change, then you're not in. And in 20X, we believe that when you make a commitment, you must honor it. When you make a promise, you keep it. And when you set a goal, you achieve it. That's our, we call it, it's our integrity pledge. And we are welcoming you to join us in this integrity pledge. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, everything good has, Maureen, God is willing. Msiekelee Mungu hapa. God is willing. He wants you to go because he has a plan for you.
A perfect plan.
Hannah, thank you so much. All right. So, and that brings us to the end of today's session. We normally have a live free webinar every Thursday at 7 p.m. We have different topics. Today it was about opportunities in Dubai. Next week, there will be a different topic which we are going to communicate with you because we have your contact and we will always share these opportunities. Always tune in Thursday, 7 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m. Today we've exceeded by 10 minutes. Thank you, Juliana, over to you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you for engaging in the chat. I believe I've been able to respond to everyone. Oh, Susan will go to Dubai. Susan Karushi, thank you so much for being a family committed yourself. And I'm about to forget Maureen. Thank you so much. The rest of you, please join us. Not only is it going to be fun, I assure you it's going to be money-wise beneficial. For me, I say in 20X, I'm about the money. Gertrude Muganga is also joining us. Thank you so much, Gertrude. Derek, please note these amazing ladies because we are going to talk to them. Or Lucy Ngorongo did not get an answer about waste management in Dubai.
Can I answer that very quickly?
Please.
With waste management, it's a very, very huge initiative in the UAE to be sustainable. And so what we could do for that, we could try, depending on what you're doing, what we could do is we could try and speak to the authorities, maybe Dubai municipality, and present your pitching for you. But then first you need to tell us what exactly do you want to do in waste management.
Lucy, I'm sure you've kindly mute for me the person who we are hearing, their personal business. Lucy, I'm sure you've heard what Sophie has said. Please.
Yes, I can share my proposal if I'm given the email address. I can share my proposal. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so
much, everyone. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
And we have shared a form here. We are calling a matchmaking form. Not only does it help us know what you're looking for, but it enables us to match you with the right person. So please fill that form, share it with your friends, relatives, neighbors, anyone who has any idea about Dubai, whether they are going now or in 5 years. Of course, 5 years, the dollar will be at only God knows. So please share it around. Let us collect information. It will help Sophie to know what to look for. It will help Sophie to know what to group. You know, for example, if we have 5 people in this and this, they'll be grouped together and it will enable, you know, the matchmaking process to be easier. Please fill that form. Keep in touch with us. On Thursday next week, I think, Eunice, we said our topic would be closing the deal. It seems to be everyone's everyone's issue to think about and to worry about and to be concerned about. Sophie says nobody asked about textiles. Sophie, do we have opportunities? I might become a Dubai businesswoman, please.
I think when I speak of textile, I mean, like, for example, sustainable clothing or material, linen, cotton, and then also pillowcases. People who are stitching these products, we could sell them in to the furniture and houseware stuff. So I think it would be something good to venture in.
Oh, that's amazing, Sophie. And thank you so much for giving us that. If you get any more ideas that we didn't talk about, you know, we are Kenyans. We scratch water out of rocks. That's why the tax doesn't worry us. We shall get a way around it, within it, and we shall survive. So thank you so much, good people, for being here. Thank you for the people from South Africa, Karibuni. We have people from Ethiopia. Yes.
I have a question. I don't know if you covered the area about internet service provision in Dubai and research.
Can I first answer oil and gas? I think I've seen this question popping up so many times and we've missed it. As I mentioned, with oil and gas, you need to tell us what exactly you're looking for. You want to not export, but not import, but export to Kenya. And if that's the case, you're looking for distributors for that or suppliers, forgive my wordings, then you have to give us the correct specs of the oil that you're looking for. So again, your requirements need to be specific, then we can identify who are the right suppliers or distributors. And then the next question was about internet.
Yes.
What was it about the internet? I didn't get it.
Yes, I was about the space that we have, the tech space. How is the tech space in Dubai over there? And maybe for innovators in the technology space, internet, and what can we expect from the other side?
You mean like an IT kind of company that provides IT services? Well,
Yes,
there are so many in UAE, big and small. For me, I would say that the opportunity could be there, but here we also have people go to who they are familiar with. So if it's an Indian, and people believe Indians are very good in IT, that is something I have to say is very common understanding. So if you plan to bring your IT company here, I would say it's better to do it like you have only you as a person, get clients, get a license for yourself, it's cheaper, get 1 or 2 clients who would maybe need you to be in their office as an outsource. Then you build your network that way, but don't come fully and establish yourself, and then you will lose because rent is very expensive here. So we could talk that on a side, but as an advice we can give you, but I wouldn't say you should come here fully with a whole group of staff, because it's a cost that is going to be involved.
Okay, thank you so much, Sophie. Again, guys, we are asking questions that may be a bit general, and I want everybody to get the answer that they're looking for. So kindly complete that form that we've shared. I assure you everyone will be responded to. We've also shared our number on the chat. In case you didn't get it, you can ask us again. Sophie, they're going to share their contacts here also. But the best and the easiest route to you getting the answers you're looking for is to fill that form. Sophie, of course, we're in contact with her and her partner and will reach you. It's our interest that you sell to Dubai. So please complete the form, reach out to us. I saw another question here from Aline about animals. I did hear you talk about animals, Sophie.
Yeah, I think she talked about animals and said there's a huge market for organic meat.
Well, we have to be careful. When I say live animal is, so there is a list by MOCA, that is Ministry of, it's the ministry that is in charge of, it's Ministry of Climate Change, something like that. I don't know the full word, but it's called MOCA. And they have a list of countries that are allowed to import, to sell live animals to Dubai. So I do not think, I looked at that list yesterday, that Kenya is one of them. So if you're thinking of live animals, no, but if you are thinking of slaughtered animals, because in Kenya, we already have halal certified slaughterhouses that are approved by the UAE government. So that is okay, but not live animals.
All right. Okay, I think, Juliana, we need to end.
Yes, we have a lot of questions. Guys, please fill the form. If you don't have it, reach out to us after this call. We respect people's time. We respect your time. And we want to always keep to our word. We have taken already 16 minutes of your time. I ask for forgiveness on behalf of 20X, but this discussion has been super, super exciting, very informative. And I know the questions are endless, but I sure will answer all of them. Oh, somebody's asking about poultry. Eileen, unfortunately, yes. Oh, Eileen was clarifying. So, and Eunice, I think we can end the meeting, not cutting anybody off. Please reach out to us. We'll answer every, and even the question you haven't thought about, we'll answer it.
And
you
the
so
recording will be shared. So don't
Yes, it
worry,
will.
it will be shared. And also the next steps. Remember, in October, we are headed to Dubai. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank you.